Some people love Christmas lights. They see them as tiny sparks of joy in the middle of winter, warm, glowing, full of promise. For them, those lights represent hope, connection, and a reminder that life can still shine even in the darkest season. But for others, those same lights can feel too bright, almost painful, because when your heart is tired, when you've been pretending to be okay for too long, even the sparkle of joy can sting a little. Psychologically, both responses make perfect sense. Human emotion is deeply tied to memory and state of mind. For someone who feels safe, supported, or loved, Christmas lights trigger positive associations: comfort, family, celebration, belonging. Their brain releases dopamine and oxytocin, the warmth chemicals. The world feels kind. Every light seems like a reflection of inner peace. But for someone who feels lost, lonely, or emotionally exhausted, the same lights can trigger contrast pain. Their brain subconsciously compares what they see, joy, connection, togetherness, with what they feel, emptiness, isolation, fatigue. The brighter the lights, the darker the loneliness feels by comparison. It's not that they hate beauty. It's that they can't match it emotionally right now. In real life, this contrast happens all the time. Some people decorate their homes weeks before Christmas, fill the air with music, and find healing in the ritual of light. It's their way of saying, "I'm still here. I still choose joy." For them, the brightness helps them fight the gloom. It becomes therapy, not decoration. While others withdraw a little during this season, not because they're bitter, but because their energy is fragile. The world's loud joy reminds them of what's missing: someone they lost, a dream that didn't happen, or a part of themselves that feels dim. For them, silence feels safer than celebration. Neither one is wrong. Both are coping. One copes through embracing light. The other copes through protecting their darkness. Both are valid forms of self-preservation. In psychology, this can be explained by emotional bandwidth. The idea that our minds can only handle a certain level of stimulation before it becomes overwhelming. People who love the brightness often have enough emotional space to welcome it. But those who are already emotionally overloaded might experience even joy as pressure, as something they should feel but can't. And here's where compassion matters. When someone says they love Christmas lights, they're not necessarily superficial. They might be using light to remind themselves that hope exists. And when someone avoids the lights, it doesn't mean they're negative. They might simply be tired of pretending they're okay in a world that expects constant cheer. Reality is, both of these experiences exist side by side every December. The world glows, and somewhere, someone feels warm because of it, while another quietly turns away because it hurts. If you're someone who loves the lights, keep shining. Your joy might softly remind others that beauty still exists. Just remember to shine gently, not forcefully. Sometimes the brightest light you can offer is quiet understanding. And if you're someone who finds the lights too bright, don't feel guilty. You're not broken for feeling disconnected. You're simply human. You don't need to match the world's happiness to be worthy of peace. Even if your light feels dim right now, it's still light, and it still matters. Because here's the truth. Joy doesn't always come in sparkles. Sometimes it comes in the stillness of being honest about what you feel. Sometimes it comes from letting yourself rest rather than perform. Both sides teach us something. The ones who love the lights remind us to hope. The ones who hide from them remind us to feel. Together, they paint the full picture of what it means to be human, both light and dark, joy and fatigue, together and alone. So this holiday season, if you see someone who seems quieter than usual, don't rush them to smile. Maybe their silence isn't sadness. Maybe it's healing. And if you're one of those people who quietly watches the lights from afar, know that your softness is strength too. You don't have to shine to be seen. You don't have to pretend to belong. You already do. The world needs both. The ones who bring light and the ones who remind us that even the stars need the dark to be visible. Which one are you? Do you love the lights, or do you find them too bright for a tired heart? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to know how you feel.